My Life Now is a half-hour podcast show which regularly features reviews of new releases and all-time classics of both traditionally published and self-published books.
Tune in for special guest interviews and, of course, helpful tips to not only write your next book, but also to help market it.
My Life Now is most often referred to as a great way for authors to get quality exposure and avid readers to discover their next read.
Without further delay, here's another stimulating episode of My Life Now.
Welcome back to another episode of My Life Now. Once again, my name is Dallas here. We have another amazing author joining us, Ralph Akale. Pleasure to have you here today. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me.
We're going to be talking about a book that you have written, but before we do, I just want to give you the next couple minutes and let you introduce yourself to the audience. Where you're located, tell us about your life, anything that we should know going into this book.
Yeah, my name is Ralph Akale. I'm originally from Cameroon, so I'm Cameroonian, and I'm an American now. I've been living here for almost 38 years.
Wow.
So I came here as a young kid to meet my brother, who encouraged me to come and be with him. And I came to a very, very cold place. And I was wondering why people lived here, then found myself living here.
Yeah. So
I came here as a young 20-year-old, and I've been here ever since. I got married here, had two children. My two boys, first one's name is 𝐒𝐤𝒄𝒂𝒔𝒕 Akale, and the second one is 𝐒𝐤𝒄𝒂𝒔𝒕 Akale. And the person I came to live with, for some reason, his name is Christian, and we are all Christians.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
I got married 1996, got a son in 1997, and my wife passed away 4 years ago. So I am a widower. Is that how you say it? Not a widow?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have been living with the memory of her for this while, and I've not been able to get through it. They say, you always say time has a way to heal things.
Right.
But I don't think mine has been healed yet.
Wow. I can't imagine what that would be like. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. And I'm sure that there's people who are listening today who can relate to that circumstance. And wow. Well, let's go right into the book. So tell us the title of the book and when did you write this?
The title of the book is The Sojourn. The Sojourn, like everybody knows, I think all of us who come to this world are sojourners.
Yeah.
And we just come here, and like shadows, we are gone. So I chose that title because it was a time in my life, or in the life of the author, of the protagonist,
Right.
that interests me most, where he decided to tell a story of a short time he lived somewhere and how that changed his life.
Yeah. When did you release this book?
I released this book about last year, August. So it's been out there for a year now.
1 year. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple questions about the book. So where did you get the inspiration for this book? So you kind of mentioned a little bit about what started the book, but the content of the book, where did that come from?
Well, I have been an observer since I was very young. And being an observer, you tend to have stories deep inside you that you hope to release one day if you decide to tell the world without the fear of what they will think about you.
Yeah.
Because our stories sometimes are hidden and taken with us because we want them to be kept with us. So with my ability to be able to observe and keep those memories inside me with my experiences, I was encouraged by my wife to write those stories that I had been telling her. Because I was a storyteller to her.
The book kind of starts out with a friend's death. Why did you start the book off like this?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And when I read the question, I was like, oh, that's quite a thought. I am somebody who goes by instincts. And when I started this particular book, it was almost during the COVID era, and there was a lot of death all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's a story that when I wanted to reveal to the world, I thought I would start it by telling what prompted me to go back in memory.
Yeah.
And think about things that I had been wondering how to bring to this world. So it was the many people would say when you're writing a book, you want to write something that would catch people.
Yeah.
And want to make them feel like, oh, should I read this book from the first line, or does the first line discourage me? I didn't mean it that way. It was instinctual. Yeah.
Going a little bit deeper into the book, you mix some past and present. Tell us a little bit more about this. Why did you write it in this way? And what were you trying to tell the audience through that mix?
Yeah, it's a past and I wanted to write the book this way because I wanted to tell it like a story that happened. I did not want to write the book like a situation where I had planned and made a plan of how a book is written. I wanted it to be natural, to come out naturally. And if you read the book, there are many instances where the protagonist would be talking about something, and suddenly some stream of consciousness takes him back to where he did not know.
Right.
That was the story that was bringing him to where he was. So the past and the present, I always think that we as human beings live our present with some past. And sometimes what we do with that present depends on the kind of past we decide to bring to our present. And if we try to bring the present where we have carried everybody's water, our present would be heavy. And our present suddenly becomes a past. And if you live a present that is heavy from a past, it means you are going to live a future that is heavy from your present.
That's good. That's good. I've heard people say before, are your memories bigger than your dreams? If we're focused on the past, it'll affect the future. Yeah. And so hindsight's always 20/20. We know that.
Yeah. There are some pasts that should be taken with you, but there are some pasts that you have to recognize that time is independent. Yeah. It matches on. So if you want to take that past that box your present, then you're doing it a detriment to your own self.
Yeah. How much of your own life and experiences do you think bled over into the writing of this book?
As a writer, I think I would talk about myself, but I have read a little bit about the old English writers who wrote from their experiences, though they were literal writings, or how do you say, fictional, literal fictions, I would say. They have experiences that bleed into what they are telling the world. And I would say my book has something to do with my experiences. Yeah. And those experiences bled into the book a lot. And they have been bleeding to the way I tell my stories.
November year 1095, Pope Urban II ignited the passions of the princes of Europe with his fiery sermon and a call for the holy war against the Saracen Turks. Inspired by this cause, Sir Rodrigo, a young knight from Castile, set out to join the crusade, but an unexpected encounter challenged his beliefs and leaves him determined to uncover the truth. Throughout his fateful journey, his unrelenting quest for truth will test his very faith in God. when the Crusaders reach their final goal. Find your copy of 𝐷𝒐𝒅𝒄𝒂𝒔𝒕 on Amazon today.
Do you have questions about your faith, Christianity, end times, or anything related to pursuing a relationship with God that need to be answered? From anywhere in the world, you can tune in to 𝑠tjohn316.blogspot.com, a blogspot where writer Douglas believes no question is too hard, with various links with Bible studies, devotionals, mission support, prayer requests, and end times. You can find all the answers you are looking for as Douglas uses biblical truth to lead you in the right direction. Search 𝑠tjohn316.blogspot.com today.
Yeah. And I think you're right about that, because that's what people want a lot of the time. They want a book to be relatable, for them to see themselves. I mean, we naturally do it. We see ourselves in different parts or different characters. And when it's raw like that, I think it's more realistic. It's easier
Yeah.
to get behind and to feel like we're a part of it. So I think that's a very wise way to write a book as well.
Yeah. You
Some
are
of those
very right.
things that you
I
mentioned,
like
it's
it.
grief and memories and other things. Anything else you want to tell us about some of the content within the book?
Yeah. I want to tell a story about a young man. Like all of us young people who leave our homes, we live with so much innocence, and
Yeah.
in our homes we have been given all the love that we can be given by our parents and our siblings, and that innocence takes us out to a world where we think where we came from is what the world is going to show us. Then when you realize that, oh no, the world is different from where you came,
Yeah.
you begin to wonder. And when you change, there are times in which you want to go back to where you came from, and that time has
Yes.
passed. And you,
And for you, literally going from a different country to a new
oh,
culture and country and environment. My wife did the same thing 1 year ago. She immigrated from Brazil into the US, and she's still in that place, of the
we
homeland,
never
the
leave. We
homeland.
never leave. We never leave that place. We
Yeah.
never leave that place. Yeah, we never leave that place. And those are the things that's so my, and that's how I write. I
Yeah.
want to write from my heart. I don't want to make things up that are different from my experiences. I
Mhm.
want to be able to tell my own experiences,
Right.
though they are fictional, but something about what I experience with my sense of observation is what I want to bleed to the world.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
We see the world. All of us see the world differently. We see it from
Yeah.
different color glasses, and opinions are never wrong. My book is an opinion. It's not a judgment. It's what
Yeah.
I saw. So I would respect person's opinion, but I would say judgments can be disagreed with, but you can accept them. You have to accept judgments.
Yeah.
We live here waiting for some kind of a judgment when we are gone. So
Yeah.
it's something which we are going to accept if it comes. If we disagree or agree with it, it doesn't matter. But my opinion now is my observation.
Yeah. Let's talk about relationships. What do you discuss about relationships in the book, and what did you learn through writing about relationships within the book?
That relationships in that book, especially on the three characters, it was funny how they came to know each other. It was I believe relationships, especially living and getting into the world, there is something serendipitous about how relationships begin. And when you look at how those three characters mesh together, they came having motives that had secret agendas. Then when they realized that, oh, this person has the same motive like I did, or this one has the same motive like I do, we want to go to the same place. So the only way we can succeed in helping each other is to be honest to
Yeah.
each other. And from that point, you could see from the point of one of the protagonists, especially the girl, she realized in the end that if she kept her story to herself, she wasn't going to be successful in getting to where she wanted to get to. And she finally recognized that the other two people that she encountered, as secretive as they wanted to be, had to be honest with her.
Wow.
And
Some of the
and that
characters. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
and that's why it was easy for her to tell a story about her life to them that she had not told to anybody besides her very, very close friends. And here she was meeting strangers and just telling everything about herself without
Right.
knowing the reasons why. I think goals have something to do with that. If you and I have the same goal and we realize it quickly, we'll be
Yeah.
able to share those relationship stories and become what relationships are defined to be.
Yeah, I think that's right. If we are in a true relationship or we're dedicated to that relationship, we're going to end up in the same destination, most likely, as that person, right?
Yes,
I think
yeah. It's
that's a
like a
great
bird.
thing.
It's like a bird. I don't think a bird would fly if he doesn't love his wings.
Yeah.
The other birds will be flying. It might spend so much time preening its wings, and the birds are enjoying the sky before he realizes that I've been spending time here preening my wings. The time to fly is.
Yeah, that's good. Talking about the overall message of the book, we don't want to give too much away because we want our audience today to purchase it for themselves, open it up, and enjoy it. But if you could just summarize it in just a few sentences, what do you think that would be?
That's a very good question. If I can summarize this book in a few, it's a very short stay, of a young man, a young
Go
man
ahead.
who had, a young man who had aspirations, a young man who had aspirations beyond where he came from, a young man who thought of the world as smaller than actually what it was,
Mm.
a young man who thought that we we think we have different cultures, but we have the culture of the human being.
Right.
And when he decided that I am going to go somewhere, I am going to take flight somewhere I did not know, he did not think twice. He
Yeah.
just said, I'm going to follow a certain instinct. And we all live, I don't know, the word God comes in that book so many times.
Mm.
And and the young man questions God sometimes.
Mhm.
And sometimes he doesn't have the answer to those
Mhm.
questions. But he accepts the fact that God had given him that question to question him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was not something that came from some ethereal uh, place in his mind. It came right from deep his heart. And he
Yeah.
realized that you remember something if that person comes and makes a space in your heart rather than
Yeah.
in your brain. Yeah.
That's good. That's the most dangerous. I don't know how many inches, right? From the head to the heart. That's a
What do I
dangerous
mean? Yeah,
road.
yeah. It's a very short road, but a dangerous
Yeah,
one.
it
Very
is.
tricky.
It is.
It is windy.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
very windy.
It is. Well,
Yeah.
Ralph, thank you so much. I appreciate you telling us a little bit about this book. And again, I don't want to give too much away, but I do want the audience to get enough information to feel like this is worthy of their purchase and those things. Anything else you would want to tell our audience today to encourage them to read this book?
Yeah. The Sojourn is a short story, long short story.
Yeah.
It takes us beyond the human spirit. It questions the things that happen and make you wonder whether you need the answers here and where you're going.
Yeah. Excellent.
And
Thank you. Thank you again. How can we buy this book?
you can get the book from Amazon, from Barnes and Nobles, and you can order them from my website, ralphakale.com. And there is a trailer that has been put out that you can look at and
Mhm.
see if you like it, and hopefully one day this book will be made into a story on the screen for everybody to see.
Excellent. Excellent. I do want to encourage the audience. There is a link in the description below. They can click on that and that'll take you right to the Amazon link to purchase that. And I don't want you guys to just buy this book. I want you to review it, send it to a friend, buy it for a friend. I mean, there's so many things we can do. So,
yeah, it's a dense read. So take your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a book that when you read, it never leaves you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you again. I really appreciate your time. This is the My Life Now podcast. It's been a pleasure to have you, and we hope to see you back in the future.
We'll see you again. Another one is coming, so we'll talk.
Thank you for listening and supporting another episode of My Life Now.
Please remember to subscribe to our podcast show and share it with a friend.
Together, we can keep the message of these books alive.
Until we turn the next page together, stay classy.